Welcome back. Today we have some of this and some of this.
Right. And you join centres to do this, do you?
You don't have to join a centre.
And some of this.
Welcome to Go with Gustav. My name's Chris.
And I'm Rachel.
This is Sprocket.
And this is Tassie. Come and join us on our adventures.
But don't forget to like
and subscribe
and hit the notification bell.
Good morning. As I'm currently sat in the traffic jam, this is probably a good place to start. This video is slightly different. I'm on the way to Bandcamp. Now, what a lot of people don't realise is if you belong to either of the two big clubs, the Camping and Caravanning and the Caravan and Motorhome Club, then there's lots of other things that you can do. You can go on rallies. You have centre rallies for different counties, have their own sort of groups, but there's also groups and rallies for different hobbies, whether that be photography, walking, singing. And the one I'm involved in particularly today is a wind band. The wind band is with the Caravan and Motorhome Club, and it's called the Caravan and Motorhome Club Concert Band, and we meet 4 or 5 times a year to rehearse over a weekend, an intensive rehearsal, and then we will do charity events. So we will raise money for anything that's going, really. So we did a charity event as part of the Fringe festival. We will be in Shrewsbury this summer doing a charity event at the showground. I think we're going to do a last night at the Proms there. We've raised thousands of pounds over the years with that music. Now, if you're in the other club, they have a brass band. I would actually fit in either, but I've been with this group since about 2007 when we bought a new Caravan, and I thought we need to make sure that we go out and use it a lot more than just a couple of times a year. So at the NEC, this band were playing there. I don't think they've played there since. So took some details and contacted them, and we joined. And I play tuba, which I've got with me today, but I'm also the conductor of the band. So the tuba is for when my assistant conductor is doing her pieces, so I will be playing the tuba at that point. So I thought I'd bring you along and just capture some of the rehearsal. I've got to be careful because got to be careful because of copyright on the music. So possibly the only music you're going to hear is my own music. I wrote a march for the band, I wrote it during COVID, so we could do virtual performances, and I'll leave some links in the description to some of the virtual performances, including that march that we did during COVID. It was a brilliant way of keeping this together, because unlike any other band, or unlike most bands in the country, we come from all over the UK. So we've got members as far as Scotland, and we've got members from, well, they call themselves the Pompey Crew, so down on the south coast near Portsmouth, and there's some from Somerset, and some from London. They're everywhere. So we meet together, fairly central, but we try and move around. So we're in the Midlands for this one, and we're not too far from home for us, so it's not going to take too long to get there. So the idea is I might just show you a little bit of the rehearsal. I might interview some of the players if they'll let me. We've got family groups, as you would expect, so we've got grandchildren in the band related to their grandparents in the band. It's a really eclectic mix. We've got people from beginners right up to ex-professional musicians, and people like myself that if you know the brass band system, but I'm in the championship band. But it's a whole mix, so it doesn't matter. If you used to play years ago and you fancy having a go, then just contact us. You can contact us on our Facebook page, and again I'll leave a link for that as well. By going out and doing this, we stay a lot cheaper than club sites. We normally take over village halls, sometimes schools. This one is actually a proper site that has a lovely big hall, a huge hall, and so this is one of our regular spots that we do. We normally meet for weekends, but like on this one, we're near Easter, we offer stays either side, so people can arrive early and they can leave late, or you can just turn up on the Friday night because people are working to do a 2-hour rehearsal tonight, which is Friday, and we do about 4 or 5 hours tomorrow on Saturday. We have a social in the evening. This one's a special one, but I'm probably not going to film this because I think it's a bit more personal, but we're celebrating 30 years of this group. And then on Sunday we rehearse in the morning and people go home on the Sunday, or they can stay over, but rehearsals finish Sunday lunchtime. But we view ourselves as an extended family, so we've known each other for a long time, most of us, but we've also got new members. There have been new members on this one, but people that we've only met on Facebook, we've not met face to face. To celebrate our 30 years, this year we played at the Fringe Festival. We did a evening concert for charity. It was brilliant. Had a standing ovation at the end, and we played on the Mound. If you know anywhere, we played on the Mound, which is a sought after area to play. So we had a great time, and we did the Whit Marches. Now the Whit Marches is for brass bands, and we're a wind band. So we formed a brass band out of our wind band. Some of the wind players took up brass instruments just to have a go, and we did 6 of the competitions, and we did quite well. I can't remember exactly, but out of about 100 we came about 70th, which is for a band that was just put together for the event. We're very happy with that. Again, we've got a performance of us playing at one of those, and I'll leave the links for those in the description as well. But that was very special. So it won't be too long before I arrive at the site. I've decided for this one I'm not going to say where we are. Not that I'm worried about security, but I think it's probably just best that I don't. But we're in the West Midlands. If you see shots of it and you've been there, you might recognise it. But I'm not going to make public exactly where it is. Although this video will go out probably about 10 weeks after I've filmed. It's within reach of our home, so that's why the dogs and Rachel are here before me.
No, good there.
Yeah, some there.
Right, here we go. 25. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Heather and Ash, and I want you to explain your instruments first.
So I play flute and piccolo.
B-flat bass.
And how did you find out about the band, and how long have you been in, and all those sorts of things?
I've been in the band for nearly 13 years. I found out of the band at one of the nationals. They were doing a rehearsal in the afternoon, and Mum walked me past because she knew I was too nosy to not go in and find out what the band was doing. So I went in and was looking at the music, and Chris Moore sent me back to go and get my flute, and I joined the band on Saturday afternoon and played my first concert with them Sunday morning at the church.
It's brilliant. Ash?
Whereas I got roped in by Heather because she's been in it for so long, and I was a brass band player and always said I was never joining a concert band because we have unsibling rivalries.
And do you both play in the same brass band?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is?
Toaster Studio.
There you go.
Toaster Studio brass band.
Yeah, as I play as a percussionist because there's no flutes in brass bands.
And so what is the band to you? Why do you still come? What's good about it?
This was for friends. Friends, family.
Friends, family, it's the community, it's playing new music, different music. Some of it's stuff we know, some of it's new music that's written for the band. And
A bit of everything, really.
It's a bit of everything, and it's a nice weekend away to be able to come out and play and see everyone.
Yeah.
And there's no stress and there's no pressure, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. You just fix it next time.
Yeah. And I think we should mention that something special happened recently, which was?
We got married a month and a week ago.
Which is brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here we go then. 3 and a 1, 2, 3. Try and keep up. 103. So this is Stephen. What do you play, Stephen?
Double B flat bass.
And apart from this band, what other bands do you play in?
Oh, that endless list. The current ones are Tideswell Band and Fairfield Brass.
Okay.
Buxton.
And how long have you been in the band, and why did you join it?
This band? Oh, yeah, that's a thought. It's got to be at least 10 years, I think. And I joined because my parents joined, and it got me into. Oh yeah, obviously I met the wife here, you know.
So at that point, we look at Crystal, who's over there, because Stephen and Crystal are members of the band that got married not too long ago. How long ago was it?
8 months? 7, 8 months?
Right, they don't know when they got married, but it was fairly recently.
August.
Can I introduce you to Alan? Alan has been associated with the band for a long time. How many years?
Well, Jackie was actually at that first Music Makers in
the first one.
the first one, but then we had about a 4 or 5 year gap because with the rehearsals being further south, it was too far when we were working. We joined again in about 97, I think.
Right. So
and we've been coming regularly since 99, certainly.
But it's a long time.
Yeah.
the main reason though I've got hold of Alan is because Alan does a lot of other stuff with caravanners and centres and rallies. So I wanted to ask you, what is a rally?
Well, a rally is basically a gathering of like-minded people. Caravanners, in other words. And by caravanners, I include motorhomes here as well, but rather than repeating it. It's not charging round a field at high speed, as people seem to associate with the rally.
With car rally.
Exactly. So, yes, it's people with a like-minded interest in caravanning. They're often on either a greenfield site or they could be a commercial site, even a club site. But the advantage is they're often a lot cheaper than you pay to go on that site, or you can get into a part of the country that you can't normally take a caravan into.
Right. And you join centres to do this, do you?
You don't have to join a centre. As long as you're a caravan club member, you're welcome on any rally anywhere in the country.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yes,
so you can join any
absolutely.
of the centres.
But the advantage of joining a centre is that you get communication from that centre, and if you rally with them on a regular basis, you start to make friends, and you look at it in a slightly different way, a much more sociable way of caravanning as far as I'm personally concerned. I think sociability would be the important thing.
And which centre are you associated with?
Well, I'm currently the chairman of Cumbria, and we are actually taking over North Lancs as well, who are struggling for a committee. Historically there were 72 centres in the country. We're down to 59 now because centres are disappearing because of lack of volunteers. And this is why we're encouraging North Lancs members to join us in Cumbria now.
Oh great, so hopefully this might help.
Who knows? Fingers crossed, certainly.
So what sort of locations do you do your rallies on?
Well,
are they just in Cumbria, your centre?
No, we obviously primarily rally within Cumbria, and people join Cumbria from all over the country simply because of that opportunity of being associated with the Lake District and coming in and visiting us. But we run rallies in North Yorkshire, in North Wales, and we are actually looking at rallying abroad in a year or two. Right. Not us personally, but members who are talking about it, yes.
Well, that's it. That's brilliant. I have actually been on one of your rallies. I think it was at Grasmere.
It was indeed.
Which is fantastic for the was it gingerbread
the
shop?
gingerbread shop.
The gingerbread shop.
Yes,
you can't beat the
right.
gingerbread shop. That's brilliant. Thank you very much, Alan.
Our pleasure.
I've got with me this morning Emma, who's my conducting buddy. Emma's assistant conductor, but she's had a long connection with the band. So can you explain your connection and your family?
Yeah, so I was a whole 11 years old when I joined the band. Cool. At the very first national where it was called, and Dad trotted along with his accordion. I trotted along with my clarinet. Yep. And then we've been playing with the band ever since. Played bassoon, that was interesting, in the rain. And then had a small exit when caravans became too expensive for small people to own, and rejoined the band 4 or 5 years ago when we owned our own caravan. And you're playing clarinet now? Clarinet now, with assistant MDing duties as and when required. And children? Yes, small children. So Maddie plays third clarinet under the excellent stewardship of the third clarinet section, and William assists grandma in the tea making. And husband, bless his heart, is responsible for loading the trailer, and that's our job every time before we come to a rally. Which is brilliant. We have a massive team of supporters that help us organise all the instruments with the trailer and setting up. We've got roadies, we've got band managers, etc.
It's resilience.